Hi everyone, how are you? It's Katrina with astrolotta.com. We are doing the weekly reading today. So what I do for anyone that's new here or anyone that's watching the replay that's new, I am going to go over a collective reading that I got for us for the beginning while everyone's kind of hopping on. And then we'll do cards for each sign. We just go in order. We'll start at Aries and we'll end at Pisces. And if you're watching the replay, if the timestamp for your sign isn't down there yet, you can always just kind of like scroll through and wait until you see on the board that your sign is up, okay? So what I have for you guys for the collective reading, we have the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. So this week in regards to love, it's really about what are you hiding from? What have you been kind of avoiding or ignoring in your love life that you haven't wanted to face? What is it that, and this is for singles and couples for all the signs, what is it that you've been avoiding paying attention to? Do you have codependency issues? Do you have, is your partner not treating you well and you're kind of just ignoring it and hoping it goes away on its own? What is it that you have in your love life that is kind of, you're just kind of pushing it under the rug, hoping it goes away? We have the Scorpio full moon. Hi, Dimitri. We have the Scorpio full moon in a couple days on the 18th. So it should be on Saturday that we have the full moon, maybe the day before or the day after for some of you that are in different locations. I'm in the US, but we have the full moon. It's in Scorpio. And again, Scorpio is all about dredging up what's the hidden stuff. Scorpio is a very intense sign, very under the surface. Like there's a lot under the surface that's going on, right, with Scorpio. So with the Scorpio full moon, it's like, okay, we're putting an end to everything that you've been hiding, everything that you've been putting under the surface, and that carries over into you guys' love life as well. So those are the first two cards that we have. And then we have the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So yes, you've been putting things under the surface and it's time for them to come out. You're getting kind of exposed in a way. You're not going to be able to hide things in your love life anymore. And again, that could be, even if you're not in a partnership, this can be, are you hiding from the fact that you need to improve yourself to attract the kind of partner that you want? Or are you hiding from even discovering the type of partner that you want? Those are the kind of things that are coming up. And the reason why is so we can reach this this King of Pentacles, so that we can reach the Eight of Cups. We can walk away from the things that we're hiding. A lot of times when we're hiding things or we are trying not to face things, it's because we're scared of the outcome. Like, what's going to happen if I face the fact that my partner treats me badly? I'm going to have to leave, or I'm going to have to talk to them about it or address the situation. What's going to happen if I admit that I've been attracting the wrong people because I'm also on the wrong vibrational frequency? What's going to happen if I have to do that? Then I have to, I still have to start reading books. I have to start working out. I have to start working on myself, whatever that means for you. So that's why we hide things. And now it's like the realization of, okay, yes, you might have to do a little bit of work once you let this kind of cat out of the bag, but also it opens you up for success later on down the future. So the Eight of Cups is all about leaving structures that we've built up. You can see he's got all the cups here. He was like in the middle of building this tower. He's leaving these cups behind. He's spent so much time, and you can see he's like elderly. He has a cane. He spent so much time trying to build this up because he thought it was what he was going to want. And then he realized it's not. So it's about walking away when it's time to walk away, changing your patterns, changing your beliefs, changing your habits when it's time to walk away from anything, not necessarily a person, but walking away from some kind of habits, behaviors, or patterns in your love life. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on to the individual sign readings. Thank you guys for joining me today. Exactly what I'm going through at the moment. So there should be some kind of culmination for you. Scholarism on the 18th, or we're in the full moon energy now. Usually the energy is like 3 days before, 3 days after. So between now and I'd say like the 20th, there should be some kind of like pretty big culmination for you in regards to that. That kind of either clears things up or gives you a solid direction to go in. Hi, Miss Giselle. Hi, Lanawu. Well, you just put Sagittarius. So I'm going in order, guys. Some people didn't like when we went out of order. It was kind of confusing, which I understand if you're watching the replay. So, or even if you're just waiting for your sign. So we're going to go in order. We're starting with Aries. Spirit, what's going on in Aries' love life this week? What's going on in Aries' love life this week? Okay, Aries. I just want to say the bottom of the deck for when I did the collective reading was the Three of Wands, and then Aries also has the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So we're talking about moving forward here, and especially for you guys. We have the King of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, okay? So Aries, I feel like there's a need for you guys to come to some kind of decision. The sword suit is always about communication and thoughts. So the king is a master of his thoughts and communication. He makes sure that he's saying what he means. He's making sure that he's taking control of his mind and not letting someone else kind of run how he thinks or how he speaks even, or how he presents himself to the world. So you guys are getting really clear. For those of you that are single, I see you guys kind of narrowing down the type of person that you want to be with and finding someone who fits that criteria for you. For those of you that are in a relationship, this may be that you are making decisions to, like I said, we're moving away from things that we've been pushing under the surface. So you could be deciding, okay, like I've been pushing under the surface that my partner never calls me back, or that they never, whatever the case is, they never do the dishes. They make me feel such and such way. You're saying, okay, I need to address this now. I'm tired of putting it under the surface. I'm going to make sure that I can't hide this anymore. I can't just act like it's not happening. So you're bringing this up with your partner. I think as a result, you and your partner get closer with the Two of Cups here. There's a better understanding between you guys. I don't think they knew that you felt this way, or they didn't know that maybe even this was an issue because it wasn't brought up before. So I feel like as a result of kind of speaking your mind, telling your truth, you guys are able to reach a new level here. And for everyone, towards the end of the week, which be towards Thursday to Wednesday for the purpose of these videos. So towards Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, you're realizing that you're planting seeds here. Things are kind of improving and getting better. You're on the track to go somewhere new, to reach a new level in your relationship with your partner, or just in your singleness. This doesn't mean the seeds are harvesting. One thing I always say with the Seven of Pentacles is that you can see he's waiting. So you're planting the seeds, you're moving slowly. It's not going to be like, okay, overnight my partner always calls me back, or they always do the dishes, or whatever the issue was, or right away I meet my soulmate. If you're just getting to a point where you're dating people that are even appropriate for you in the first place, you might go, meet a few different people, refine that a little bit more. But you guys are on the path to do so. Okay. I hope that resonates for you guys, Aries. We're going to move to Taurus. Spirit, what's going on with Taurus's love life this week? What's going on with Taurus's love life? Okay, we have the Star. We have the Ace of Cups. The Page of Wands. This looks really good for you guys. And the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. So I almost feel like you guys, I'll go with singles first. You guys are feeling good. The Star is always about feeling good, feeling confident, feeling like you are the prize when we talk about love, feeling like there's a light shining on you, you're getting attention, you're attracting the right kind of attention, praise or admiration, or just appreciation. With the Ace of Cups here, you guys could have someone new coming in for you, or if this isn't specifically a new person coming in, because it won't be a new person for all of you, it could also be that this is just talking about emotional fulfillment coming in. So this could even be like, for example, like you have been just kind of in a rut, or you're getting out of a depressive state or something like that. And maybe you have kind of let yourself go, and now you're starting to go to the gym. You're maybe putting your makeup on or doing your hair when you leave the house, or putting clothes on instead of leaving in pajamas, or whatever would be the improvement for you in your eyes. And then people start noticing you. Maybe people are saying, oh, you look really pretty, or oh, you look really handsome, or you look like you lost weight, you look like you gained weight, whatever your goal is. Or just people maybe like asking for your number and things like that. So you're getting attention, and it's making you feel good, because I feel like that wasn't the case prior to. The Page of Wands at the end, again, talks about a new interest in doing something. So a new interest when we talk about love, and maybe having a deeper relationship with someone, a physical relationship with someone, having this new curiosity or this new excitement towards a new partnership, or just having a new excitement towards dating in general. All of that's happening for you guys. It's just, I know we have the full moon here, but I feel like for you guys, it's more so like I have to stop avoiding dating, or avoiding putting myself out there, or avoiding being myself and just having a good time by myself. And I think as a result of letting that go, you guys start to attract the things that you want to attract. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is just talking about, you can see he's very focused. He has a target. So I almost feel like you get to a place with this full moon where you're like, okay, I'm not going to let anyone make me feel bad. I'm not going to keep dwelling on what happened before in my relationship or before my partnership. It's time for me to move forward. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to go out and have fun and enjoy myself, or I'm going to go out and try to find a partner, or whatever the case is. That's for singles. For couples, this could be your partner recognizing you more, or again, this could just be you feeling good as a result of you changing some of your habits, some of your patterns around the full moon. Whatever it is that you're realizing that you have to let go of, again, you guys are very focused on doing so. And I feel for a lot of you, the star relates a lot to our bodies. So that's why I'm saying like losing weight, gaining weight, putting makeup on, or whatever the case may be, changing your clothes, buying some new clothes. But for couples, as a result, I think your partner is giving you some new recognition. I feel like your partner is maybe more physically attracted to you, or at least being more outwardly expressive of that. Or you are that way with your partner because you're feeling more comfortable in your skin. You guys are starting to get closer together. I almost feel like someone's been really sad, or someone's been in a really depressive state, and because of that, your relationship has suffered. Not that anyone was thinking about leaving or going off somewhere else, but it's just hard when those things happen with anyone in your life, especially a partner, especially if you guys live together or are married or something like that, or have kids, and there are kind of like shared responsibilities. I feel like the person that was in that state is just kind of pulling themselves out of it with this Scorpio full moon. I feel like they're getting kind of like a second wind, or a new outlook on life. And as a result, the whole relationship improves. Okay. So I hope that resonates for you, Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Hi, Lynn Jones. Okay. Spirit, what's going on with Gemini? Let's see if this link. Okay, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the Star again, and then the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. I feel like for those of you that are in couples, you guys are making some kind of big move towards building something together this week. You guys, excuse me, sorry about that. You guys are moving in together. You guys are buying a house together. You guys are having a kid together. You guys are starting a business together. The Three of Pentacles is all about coming together to build something. So with you and your partner, I feel like that's the case. I feel like you guys are trying to build, it's something in regards to creating more stability for you. So that's why I say a house, maybe a child, because that's kind of a bonding thing, right? If it's your first child, or any child really, or starting a business together. It's something for a lot of you guys that has to do with creating money for your partnership here. I think that when you guys have tried to do this before, it may not have worked out. So maybe you guys tried to live together before, you ended up breaking up, and now you're trying again. Maybe you've tried to have a child before, it didn't work out, now you're trying again. Or you've tried to start a business, the business failed. With the Star card, you guys are finding the right balance here this time. This time around, you guys are finding a way to actually build this, finding a way to move forward. As a result, I think you guys are learning to appreciate each other more. So I almost feel like within your partnership, there's been this feeling, either one-sided or from both of you, of like, yeah, this is my partner, but I still have to do everything myself. I can't really depend on them. I can't really count on them. Like, I still have to kind of be on my own. And I think this week you guys are realizing, like, your partner, this could even actually be something as small as like your partner, maybe you're the one who always cleans the house, and then you come home from work and the house is like spotless and everything is redecorated. Or if you guys have been needing like something fixed around the house, they just do it without you having to ask or without even announcing it. Like, it's just done. And then you feel like, wow, like I can really count on them to do things for me, to help me, or to just be here. This could even be some of you guys going through a situation that involves death. So you're mourning someone's death, or grieving that in some way, and your partner really comes through and stands up for you and kind of like holds you up and helps you get through it. And you're having this new appreciation for your partner this week as a result of that, okay? For those of you that are single, I almost feel like you're having a friend or some kind of, maybe even a dating coach or something like that, that kind of coaches you along. I feel like you are needing to make some adjustments to how you view what a partnership is, how you view your role in a partner, what your partner's role would be, but also the role that a relationship needs to take in your life, like not letting it consume your whole being, not letting it consume your whole life. I feel like there's something like that going on. This could even, it doesn't have to be anything formal. So it doesn't have to be like your friend sits you down and is like, listen, I need to tell you about your relationships. Or it doesn't have to be like hiring a dating coach. This could be as simple as like seeing a billboard that sparks something in you, or getting a message, getting a download from Spirit or something about how the role that partnerships will play in your life, and the role that you play in a partnership, the role that you need your partner to play for you. I feel like as a result, you guys are getting more confident with how you can move forward in relationships. So even if you're not in one currently, or you're not even seeking one currently, you just know now, like, okay, I feel better about the next time that I get into a relationship, because now I at least know what I can expect, what my standards are, where I'm going to, how I'm going to navigate this the next time around. And I think you're getting a new appreciation for relationships, and you're like, okay, so relationships aren't all bad. Relationships don't have to mean I give up my whole life, or my goals or my dreams, or relationships don't have to mean, you know, A, B, and C. Okay? I hope that resonates for you, Gemini. And John says, today's the first time in like 10 years I thought I might want to have a girlfriend. Nice. Hi, Kareen. Okay, so we're going to move on to Cancer. I do want to tell you guys, if you would like a more personalized reading, you want to talk about your specific love life, you want to talk about your career, your finances, whatever you want to talk about, anything, you can get a personal reading from me. The link for that is down in the description box. It's astrolata.com/readers/Katrina .html. So that's where you can get a reading from me. I do 15 minutes and 30 minutes. We can go over any areas of your life that you'd like. I do recommend people just ask one question per 30-minute period so that I can actually go in depth with you and we can discuss it rather than kind of rushing through it. So that would be one question for 15 minutes, 2 questions for 30. You're welcome to go outside of that if you want. That's just a recommendation, okay? All right, Cancer. Spirit, what's going on in Cancer's love life for this week? Oop, that's not yours. What's going on in Cancer's love life? Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Hanged Man. You guys are finding a balance in how you approach relationships. Again, almost like Gemini, you guys have been trying to stick up for yourself or stand up for yourself or go out and do things for yourself, be able to have some kind of independence or autonomy that you haven't been able to fully enforce before. So for example, maybe if you're in a couple, you've been trying to tell your partner, like, listen, I need to have my own group of friends. And they're like, okay, that's fine. And then you get a group of friends and they want to tag along every time. And you're like, listen, I need to have my own time, my own life outside of this relationship. Or maybe you've been trying to do something career-wise and your partner has been like, it's not the right time, it's not a good thing, it's gonna get in the way for us financially, so you kind of had to hold yourself back. If you're single, this could mean that you've been trying to go out and date, but there's something that's been blocking you, or you've been kind of with the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you could possibly be hung up on someone in the past. You have like one foot in the present trying to go to the future, but then you have this foot kind of stuck in the sand in the past and you're not able to move forward. There's some kind of delay here. I think that delay is coming to an end with the full moon. We talked about in the beginning. If you didn't see the beginning, if you just hopped in, I did a collective reading at the beginning that you guys should definitely go back and watch, like after we go to your sign. But in the beginning, we talked about the Scorpio full moon being for all of us that we need to leave behind whatever we've been hiding. So whatever you've been trying to like push under the rug and ignore, it's coming out and it's time for you to deal with it so you can move forward. So I feel like that is the case for you guys, especially with these 2 cards in the beginning for you. You're saying, okay, I have to, the five of Swords is all about, you can see he's like trying to grab his swords and go. Everyone back there is sad. He's like, listen, I can't sit here and be sad with you guys all day. I have to go. I have stuff to do. I have a life to live. And that's what's going on for you. You're like, listen, I can't only have you as my friend. I need to go out and explore and have friends. I need to go out and pursue my dreams. Or I need to start dating again or start getting myself out there again. I can't be stuck in the past. I can't sit here and be sad with you guys. As a result, you guys are moving forward very quickly here and seeing things from a new perspective. I almost feel like before you, especially those of you that are in couples, you've thought like, if I go after this, if I do this, even though my partner doesn't want me to, I'm being selfish, I'm being inconsiderate, I'm being, A, B, C, and D. And now you're realizing like, okay, well, actually, it's kind of selfish for me not to do so. It's kind of selfish for me to just do what they say or not do what I want just to appease them, because now I'm feeling resentful. Now I'm bitter because I didn't do what I wanted to do. And this isn't helping either. Like, I shouldn't be having these like bitter, resentful thoughts about my partner on the side. So maybe it is best for me to just do what it is, follow the Five of Swords here. And for those of you that are single, I think you're just coming to some realization about this person. We had the Eight of Cups here at the end of the collective reading. So I think this, for you guys that are single, represents an ex for you. You built up this relationship. You spent all this time with this person. You tried to make this work. And now you're like, you know what? Let me walk away from this. Like, this is not serving me. I'm not going to get back with this person. There's no future with this person. So it's time to move forward. Okay. So I hope that resonates for you guys, Cancer. We are going to do Leo next. Okay. Spirit, what's going on with Leo's love life this week? What's going on in Leo's love life? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, you're, thank you, Super Angry Koala. I figured that would be easier for everyone. Okay, so we have the Death card, the Five of Swords again, and then we had the Ace of Cups, like I said, before I got distracted, and then we had the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, okay? The Death card is the card of Scorpio. This is directly referencing the Scorpio full moon that we have this week. Endings coming for you guys as a result of these endings. And I think because we have this in your spread, for some of you, it could be that you're ending something that you've worked on for a long time. So that could be ending of relationships for you guys. Again, like I say every week, if you are in a happy partnership now and everything's going great, this is not for you. It's not like things are going to suddenly erupt and your partner is going to leave you high and dry. This would be more so for someone who already knows, like, we're on our last leg. Like, if, you know, we're halfway in, halfway out, both of us already. Okay. For those of you that are already in a happy partnership and you don't think it's ending, this could just be ending an aspect to your relationship, which could be anything because this is a general reading. It could be that someone is moving away. It could be that, someone gets a new job and has less time to spend with you. It could be that someone wants to remove the sexual aspect of your relationship. Literally anything like that. Any kind of ending for you guys. But as a result, for couples, for those of you that are ending a relationship, I think you're almost happy about it when it happens. I think you're like, okay, now I'm free. With the Five of Swords, you're like, I don't have to argue with this person anymore. I don't have to deal with this anymore. I can move on and be happy now. And I don't think it's going to be a sad thing for you. I think there may be just a tad bit of sadness because you spent so much time building this up and you're like, wow, that was 3 years. You know, a lot of times when we're in long relationships and it ends, we're like, wow, I just wasted 3 years of my life. I just wasted 2 years of my life. But it's not a waste. You've learned things. You've grown. You were with that person during the right time for you. Everything happens in divine timing. So don't think of it as a waste. Think of it as a lesson. But for those of you that are in a happy partnership and it's not ending, but there's just some kind of ending, some kind of aspect of your relationship ending, this is just you being, again, you guys are just happy about it. You guys are, I almost feel like this is, I think Gemini had something similar where it might have been Taurus, where this needed to end, like this was being pushed under the rug, that, you know, you guys had some kind of issue or someone had an issue with their partner because of a reason. And I think now they're finally like, okay, I can't deal with this anymore. This has to change. Like, we have to stop this. You have to stop hanging out with your ex. You have to stop ignoring my phone calls, or you have to stop leaving the toilet seat up, literally anything. And I think as a result, I almost feel like the person who's bringing this up in the relationship is like, I'm willing to walk away if this does not get solved. Even though it's a happy relationship, I just feel like you're kind of at your wit's end and you're like, this is it. This is enough. I think your partner will oblige. I think you guys will be fine. Again, this is for people that are already in a happy partnership. I think that you guys will be fine. I think they're willing to do whatever it is that you are asking of them, if you stick to your guns with the Five of Swords here, okay? For those of you that are single, I think the same as the last sign. You guys are putting an end to focusing on past relationships or letting past relationships hinder you. You're deciding that you're ready to move forward into new partnerships. You are fully focusing on the present with the Eight of Pentacles here. So you're like, I'm not going to think about what anyone else did to me before. I'm not going to think about my old partner. I'm not going to worry about how things ended last time. I'm not going to restrict the people that I will date or restrict the place that I'll meet people or anything like that, just because it relates to an old partner of mine, because I realize that new people won't necessarily be the same as old people. You guys are going through that aspect right now. And I think it opens up lots of doors for you. I think once you're able to kind of leave the past in the past, let that go, you're able to move forward, and you guys are going to be much happier, and you guys are going to be fully focused on your present state, which is being single, right? Or looking for a relationship, right? So I hope that resonated for you, Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. If you guys are getting annoyed that I have to open and close this every time, it's just because I don't want it to get dry in the middle of the video, okay? All right. Let's go to Virgo. Spirit, what's going on this week for Virgo's love life? What's going on for Virgo's love life? What's going on for Virgo? Okay. We have the Knight of Swords, the Moon. Hi, Maggie. Temperance. And the Five of Pentacles, okay? The bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. For those of you that are in a partnership, I think there has been some kind of issue in your relationship. The Three of Swords can indicate a delay, but it also just indicates like being sad. Like there's swords through your heart. You're sad. It's raining. It's cloudy. So I think there's been some issues in your relationship, or just a feeling of like not being on the same page, or not being not being happy. And I think someone's getting sick of it. I think you guys are like, okay, I can't go on with this. I can't deal with this. I have to figure out, we have to find a new way to handle this, or a new approach. Or it's almost like you guys are giving an ultimatum and you're like, listen, you change this or I'm gone, or we figure this out, or I have to move on. For some of you, I think this has to do with finances. So maybe your partner, you're saying like, you need to get a job, or we're not going to be together, or you need to stop spending money on A, B, and C, or this is not going to work out, whatever the case is for you. I almost feel like this happens right in the beginning of the week for you, almost even before the full moon. So today, tomorrow, or this just happened. In the middle of the week, I think you guys, with the coming of the full moon, I almost feel like for you guys, I feel like this is a pattern for you. And this could be your partner doing this to you, but whoever is giving out these ultimatums and things, I almost feel like it's a pattern where I don't think it's that serious of a situation. I almost feel like it's not even the examples that I gave before. I feel like it's like someone only wants to buy organic fruits and vegetables, and the other is like, no, it's too expensive. But they're like, I'm going to break up with you if you don't stop eating organic food. And it's like, is it that serious? Like, are you just overreacting a little bit possibly? I feel like it's something like that, where this is a pattern for them, that as soon as anything goes wrong, or any time that their partner doesn't do what they say, or they feel like their partner isn't listening, they're not willing to maybe talk about it first in a calm way. They just go immediately to like, fix this or I'm out of here. And I think during the full moon, they're realizing like, it's not going to fly. Like, you might end up alone for the rest of your life if you continue doing that. Or they're realizing that they don't want to leave their partner this time, and they are giving these ultimatums, but they don't even want to stick with it. I feel like with the Temperance and the Five of Pentacles here, I feel like they're finding a way to better control their emotions when it comes to things that they don't like, or when they feel like they're being slighted, or when something triggers them in their relationship. You guys are saying, okay, let me calm down. Let me go, whatever you need to do. Go take 10 deep breaths. Go write out a letter to your partner so you can figure out what you want to say, or get your thoughts clear before you move forward, or whatever the case may be. But I do feel like there's an argument for you guys at the beginning of the week, or maybe just the past couple of days, yesterday or today, or leading up to the full moon. And I think at the full moon, you realize, like, okay, so I need to stop doing this because I don't want to leave my partner. We have to figure out something else. I have to figure out another way to address this. For those of you that are single, I actually feel like you have been I'll put you guys in two categories. For those of you that are single and you've been single for a while and like dating people for a while, I feel like you've been dating like over and over again the same type of person. I almost feel like they don't respect you, or like they lie a lot. Like you attract people that are just not genuine. Um, and you're finally coming to a point this week where you're like, enough is enough. I can't date people like this anymore. Like they're ruining my perception of what love is, or my ability to attract love. I need to find something else to do. I need to find a different approach here. I think towards the middle of the week, you kind of refine that. So you're saying, okay, why have I been attracting these people? Maybe I need to go somewhere else to find dates. Maybe I need to change something that I'm saying or doing when I'm first going on dates with people. Or maybe I just need to trust my intuition more with the moon here, or something like that. I think as a result, you guys end up being where you were dating a lot before, maybe getting a lot more attention. For some of you, this also deals with people only wanting you for sex. But I feel like when you were getting a lot of attention, where you were getting a lot of attention before, that dries down significantly. And now you don't have nearly as many options. You feel like you're in like a love drought. But when you do get these options, if you can stick with this and stick to your boundaries and your standards, you will attract the quality of partners that you want, or at least you'll be moving in that direction, okay? For those of you that are single and haven't been dating, you're upset about that. I almost feel like you guys are trying to force something. You're like, I've been single for too long. I need to find someone. Where is this person? Like, where do I meet people? I feel like someone is coming for you towards the new moon, or excuse me, the full moon, towards the middle, well, between like the 18th and the 20th, I'll say. Someone is coming towards you, or you are finding out about something where you can meet people. Like someone tells you that there's a singles event, or someone tells you like, go to this place, this event, there's always single people here, go on the singles cruise. Like something comes into your awareness that you feel like, oh, this is what I've been looking for. This is where I'm going to find my person. I don't think it ends up working out, because I think that you guys are giving off a feeling of desperation. With the Knight of Swords here, I almost feel like you guys are just being too forceful. I almost feel like you guys are, if you've been single for a long time and haven't been dating, I feel like you guys are getting to a point where you're like, I'll take anyone at this point. Like, will anyone date me? Hello, anyone around? Is anyone interested? And I think because you guys are giving off that vibe, even though you are near other singles, or you're meeting people, I think you still feel like, no, this doesn't feel right, because you are giving off a vibe of desperation, and that's the energy that you're in. So you're also going to attract people that are desperate, don't really care about you. They just want anyone, just like you are kind of getting into that mode. Okay. I hope that resonates for you, Virgo. Michelle says, hi, Katrina, you are so accurate. Should we listen to moon signs? Thank you for your reading. I recommend you listen to your sun, moon, and ascendant, okay? And I always tell people with tarot, because some people, for astrology, some people like their tropical signs, some people like their sidereal signs. I always tell people whichever zodiac you resonate with more, just listen to that for your sign. And you guys can also watch your Venus sign as well, since we're doing love readings. Yes, Maggie, it does sound like they are being a little over emotional. Okay, let's move on to Libra. If you guys can do me a favor, if you guys are still here watching and you're enjoying this, if you can just like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps other people kind of see it later on. Helps me to know that you guys enjoy the content. Let's Libra it up. Yes, I'm Libra as well. I'm a Libra moon. Okay. Thank you guys for liking. I appreciate that. Spirit, what's going on with Libra's love life this week? What's going on with Libra's love life? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Cups. We have the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. This looks good for us, John. So for singles, I feel like there are lots of offers coming towards you. Towards the beginning of this week, people are interested in you. People are trying to date you. People want to hang out with you, or whatever the case may be. Or even that people that you are attracted to are fine. You're seeing people that you're attracted to. But there's something off here. It's like you don't really like them. There's something off. You're not truly interested. Your intuition is telling you like, this might not be the right thing for me. With the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like if you guys hold out and don't just start dating someone just to say you're dating someone, and you say, no, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for someone I can grow with. I'm looking for someone that I can have a stable partnership with, someone that embodies the traits that I want. If you guys hold out for that towards the end of the week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, there's something better that's coming towards you. And it might not be a relationship at all with the Ace of Pentacles. It might just be a career opportunity, but at least you won't be stuck in I almost feel like it's like one of those decisions that you make where this is an example. If you start dating this person that you know isn't right for you, they ask you to go to dinner on Tuesday night, and you had this event that you wanted to go to, but you're like, I'll go to dinner with them. And then it's like, if you would have went to the event, there would have been a huge culmination in your career. Or there would have been you would have won a prize of $2,000 something. I don't know, something like that. But it's not necessarily that there's a relationship coming in at the end of the week. It just seems that if you stick to your guns and hold out for what you know you deserve and want and desire, then there's other better things coming for you. And that's always for everyone, to be honest. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is asking you and encouraging you to appreciate what it is that you have. So be happy with yourself. If you're having people that are approaching you and you're like, I don't know if this is going to work out, I don't think this is the best thing, be comfortable enough in your own skin to be like, I'm just going to wait. I'm totally fine being on my own until someone comes around that I actually enjoy, that I actually want to be with. 1 second, you guys. I'm going to grab a sip of tea. Oh, just kidding. My tea bag broke inside of there. Okay, forget it. I always have issues with finding a drink when I'm doing these. For those of you that are in couples, for some of you, this is a third party situation where someone's coming in and they're like, hey, I know you have a partner, but would you be interested in a one night rendezvous, or some kind of, would you be interested in going on a date with me, or something like that? Again, if you stick to your guns and you stay faithful to your relationship and stay true to what you have committed yourself to already, and appreciate what it is that you already have, something better comes along for you. And again, I don't think this is going to be someone better outside of your relationship. I think maybe this is you grow closer to your partner, or again, just good karma, you have something happening in your career, or money comes toward you. Just good karma it's like a test, you guys. It's like a test where it's okay, you've said you want to be a better person. You're looking to find happiness and authenticity and sincerity in your life in all areas. Here's something to tempt you. What are you going to do? It's one of those things, okay? If you're in a couple and you're not having someone approach you, this could also just mean that you there's something that triggers you this week. There's something that triggers an emotional reaction in you. So your partner does something that your ex does that they know nothing about. They don't know that this is a trigger for you. They're not doing it purposely. It's just, you're just triggered. It just, something happens, or they say they want you to go somewhere with them, and you had maybe a traumatic experience in that place, or you just don't want to go. And they're like, come on, please go with me. And it's just something that triggers an emotional reaction in you. If you, again, stand by your values of how you treat your partner, how you speak to your partner, or how you communicate with your partner, or even trying to compromise in a way, if it's not something that is super against your being, if it's not going to make you too uncomfortable, or it's not too far out of your comfort zone where it would hurt you to do so. If you're able to kind of appreciate what you have and say, okay, you know what, they didn't mean to trigger me. They didn't mean to say that. They didn't mean to piss me off, or they didn't know that I didn't want to go to this place, or whatever the case is, or it's not that serious that I don't go, maybe I should just go and appease them. If you're able to do that and kind of focus on the stability and focus on like, let me just make my partner happy. Let me find a compromise. Let me do not necessarily what they want you to do, but just focusing on the stability of the relationship rather than focusing from a one-sided view of like, I'm triggered. This is pissing me off. I don't want to do this. If you're like, okay, they want me to do it. I don't want to do it. What's the middle ground? They triggered me. They didn't know. How can I explain this to them? If you look at it from that standpoint, again, I think good things happening towards the end of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay? I hope that resonates for you, Libra. The next one that we have is Scorpio. Venus signs really resonate with these readings. Yeah, because they're love readings. So the Venus sign a lot. I'd probably say Venus and Moon are the ones that are most likely to be accurate for you with these love readings. But again, you can always check your Sun and Moon or Sun and Ascendant because there might be a message for you there as well. Okay. Oh, a lot of you guys are Scorpios. All right. Spirit, what's going on in Scorpio's love life this week? What's going on in Scorpio's love life? Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You have the Two of Cups right underneath of that. And you have another good card underneath of that, but we can't go through the whole deck. We have the Magician, the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. Okay, that took a left turn. Okay, so I feel like you guys, for those of you that are actually, this is for all of you. I'm going to group you guys together. You guys have been trying to create some kind of progression in your love life towards a new level of stability with the Page of Pentacles here. So whatever your current relationship status is, you've been trying to make it more. You're single, you've been trying to get into a relationship. You're in a relationship, you've been trying to move in together, having a kid, get married, get engaged. If you're already married, have kids, you're trying to buy a home together, or you're trying to get them to stop being so dependent on their parents or whatever, anything. Whatever the next step would feel like it is for you, you've been trying to manifest this hard. With the Magician and the Page of Pentacles here, you're like, I'm just going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. I'm just going to convince my partner to marry me. I'm just going to keep bringing it up until they propose. And you're stressed out because you're trying to force things. I almost feel like you are, with the Magician here, you have the power to manifest it, but you're going about it the wrong way. You're trying to manipulate. You're not trusting that the universe is listening to you, that Spirit's like, okay, I heard you. I know you want to get married. Just wait on it. We're trying to move things around, or you're looking for a partner. I know, I heard that. We're trying to get this person that's for you to move to your area so you guys can run into each other at the grocery store. Like, we're working behind the scenes. But I think you're like, nothing's happening. This isn't working. So you just keep pushing and pushing, and there's no faith here. So you're stressed out. If you stop being stressed out, they're going to give it to you. Okay? You're going to have it, and you're going to get to whatever that relationship status or that relationship point is that you want. You just have to like relax a little bit. And that goes for all of you, singles, couples, whatever you're trying to get towards. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's like the warning before you get to the Nine of Swords. It's the warning before you get to the Ten of Swords. I'm going to show you the Ten of Swords for anyone who doesn't read tarot or doesn't know what it looks like. Here it is. So the Nine of Swords is like, I'm losing sleep over this now. This is stressing me out. This is making me break out. This is making me gain weight. This is giving me a headache. That's the warning signs. Back off before you get here, where it's like, now you just went too far. And now you're so stressed that you can't even. Now this is like, now you're really stressed because your partner broke up with you because you kept bringing up marriage when they said that they needed to think about it. Now you're really stressed because you kept trying to meet a partner and you attracted the wrong person into your life because you were approaching it from a point of desperation. It's like you went too far. Now something worse than even was happened. And now you have to figure out how to backtrack, or you have to take a rest and wait until all of these swords come out of you. When if you would have just backed off when the Nine of Swords came, you wouldn't have even had to go this far. Okay? So back off a little bit, trust spirit. Maybe give it one last shot. Write spirit a letter in your journal or pray at night, whatever you do, and say, listen, this is what I want. If you're trying to attract a partner, write in your journal, or if you have a manifestation journal or like a new moon journal, that works. If not, just grab a sheet of paper and write down the person that you want. I want this person. They look like this. They dress like this. They act like this. They have this relationship with their parents. They have this kind of job. They have this kind of availability to hang out with me. I feel like this when I'm around them. They like this kind of music, these kind of shows, all the details. Write it out. Give it to spirit, however you want to do that. If you want to burn it, if you want to bury it, if you want to just throw it in the trash, whatever you want to do, and then let it go. Okay? Set it and let it go. Okay, let's move on to Sagittarius. You guys are very welcome. Bye, John. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. Spirit, what's going on for Sagittarius this week? What's going on in Sagittarius' love life this week? The bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. And then your cards, we have the World, the Ace of Wands, the Justice card. Wow. For those of you that are single, I almost feel like this mode of you being in hermit mode, being single for a long time, secluding yourself from dating or secluding yourself from the world in general, just kind of doing your own thing, being alone. I feel like that's coming to an end. For some of you, it's coming to an end and you're meeting someone or having someone approach you in your hometown, but also for some of you, you're traveling and you're meeting someone during your travels. And I'm a Sagittarius. I'm actually traveling this week, so this is interesting. But I almost feel like you've been in this mode where you're like, I don't mind dating, but I'm not going to go out and look for someone. So you've been in hermit mode because no one has approached you and you haven't been putting yourself out there. You've just been like, let me just, I'll just see. Or maybe you've had other priorities that you've been working on. That's coming to an end. Like you being in hermit mode is coming to an end with the World. You're starting a new cycle. You're meeting someone. And with the Justice card here, this person might be really good. They might be very fair, treating you right. This is like, the Justice card is like a rectification of karma. Things are getting set in stone. Well, so for some of you, it's going to be really good. For others of you, if you've been someone who has treated partners badly in the past, or you have done something in regards to love that was not just, Justice is setting the scale straight. So that can be in your favor or in not in your favor, depending on what you've been doing, where you've been. Okay. For those of you that are in couples, if you've been in a couple and your sex life has been like non-existent, I think that's getting revived this week with the Ace of Wands. If it's been dead because there was one partner who was not as giving or not as willing as the other, so the person that was more giving was like, forget it. Like, I'm going to have to initiate every time. I'm going to have to do all the work every time. I don't even feel like it. If that was the case for you, again, Justice. So the other person is going to try more. Maybe they realize, oh, okay, they're not, our sex life is lacking because of me, because I'm not putting in effort, because I'm not reciprocating or whatever the case may be. Also, for those of you that are in couples, this could just be in relation to effort. So it doesn't have to be sex, but I always think of sex with the Ace of Wands. But it could also just be effort. Like someone's been putting in all the effort to plan dates, to call the other, or to do things for the other. And one person is like, they've distanced themselves because they're like, I'm sick of this. I don't want to be the only one calling. I almost feel like the person is talking again about the collective reading. And if you just joined, I did a collective reading at the beginning of the video. You guys should go back and watch it afterwards. But we talked about things that you've been hiding coming to the surface. So I think this person's maybe been trying to make excuses for their partner of why they don't reciprocate, or initiate certain things, and now they get to a point where they're like, okay, they're not going to initiate, they're not going to reciprocate, I'm just going to do my own thing, I'm just going to back off a little bit. And I think the person realizes, and they're like, oh crap, they're not as interested, they don't seem like they've backed off a little bit. And I think as a result, they kind of change their actions, and they're like, okay, let me step up, let me put in the effort or put in the work that's required, because I don't want this to end. I want this to be fair. And I don't even think that they were doing it purposely. I don't think they realized how much they weren't putting effort in, or they weren't reciprocating, or they weren't initiating, whatever the case is for you. I don't think they realized that they were doing so, but I think as you distance yourself, or vice versa, if this is your partner, as someone is distancing themselves, then they realize like, oh wow, I never initiate. That's why we're not having sex, or I never call them first. So why would I expect them to keep calling me every single time? Something like that. Okay. So I hope that resonates for you, Sagittarius. Now we have Capricorn. I'll tell you guys, if you would like a personal reading with me today or this week or ever, you guys can always go to astrolotta.com/readers/Katrina.html. That link is down in the description box to get a 15-minute or 30-minute reading with me. We can go over love if that's what you're interested in, but we can also, I do all topics. So any question that you have, I can pull cards for you in relation to that. When I do personal readings, I use tarot, and then I also mix it with usually oracle cards and sometimes Lenormand cards as well. Okay. But if you want specifically like just tarot cards or something, you can always ask. Okay, let's move on. Spirit, what's going on in Capricorn's love life this week? What's going on in Capricorn's love life? Capricorn's love life this week. Okay, we have the Sun, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. For those of you that have been like in situationships or something like that, I think you guys are getting the confidence to back off if this person is not giving you what you want, or if you've been pursuing someone and they're not reciprocating. I think you're finding the confidence to say, you know what, I'm not going to keep pursuing them, or I'm not going to keep staying in this situationship when I know I want a full-on relationship or something like that. You guys are finding a new way to see yourself. Like we have the Temperance right under this. So I almost feel like you guys are revising your standards, or cutting out the excuses that you've had of why you haven't been sticking to your standards, or why you haven't been asserting yourself according to your values in regards to relationships. And I feel like after you guys take this period of rest, you're revising how you plan on approaching dating in the future. So maybe you're deciding, if I have the confidence, I'm going to start approaching people, or I have these certain standards of the people that I'm trying to date. So I'm no longer going to meet people in bars. I'm no longer going to meet people online, if that, whatever it is for you. And I almost feel like it's just as a result of experience. You're like, okay, when I meet people at the bar, they usually only want to have sex. Or if I meet people at the bar, they're usually drunk. No kidding. Something like that, where you're like, okay, I'm not going to go there to meet people anymore, because every time I do, such and such happens, or I meet this type of person, or whatever the case may be. Not to say that all people that go to one particular location are the same, but through your experiences, you're refining your dating patterns a little bit. And I also feel that you guys are, as a result of refining your standards, if you have people that you've had like a roster of people you're dating, or like people that you just text, like a bunch of people or something like that, you are moving away from that, and you're like, okay, I already know that I'm not interested in having anything more with any of these people. So why am I wasting my time texting them? I could be pursuing my life, doing whatever I want to do. Let me just leave them alone, tell them, hey, this isn't working. I'm not interested. Let's be friends, or let's not be friends, or whatever the case may be, so I can move on. I feel like you guys are seeing dating from a different perspective, and you're almost wherever you need to find balance. So if that's in regards to how you assert yourself in dating, that's what it's going to be for you. If it's in regards to your standards, that's what it's going to be for you. If it's in regards to how you approach dating, that's what it will be for you. Okay? For those of you that are in couples, someone may have been jealous before. You may have had some kind of either, I'm feeling double energy here. So like jealousy, codependency, or even like your relationship being somewhat one-sided, like you guys are only, it's not a full relationship. Like you guys never communicate, but you just go out and have fun together, but you never talk about your actual lives or anything serious, or vice versa. You guys are always just talking about serious stuff and always maybe sitting in the house just talking, and you're like, we need to also like do things together, get out the house, have fun, or there's just some aspect of not having a full relationship here. I think it's been bothering you a little bit. That's the thing that you're kind of dredging up from under the surface, or maybe you're just realizing it and you're like, oh, I just realized we never talk about anything serious and we've been dating for 2 years. It's like, what have we been doing? You're seeing a relationship from a new perspective here and realizing that you need to find some kind of balance in regards to your relationship. I do think for all of you, singles, couples, everyone, the middle of the week for you, Monday, Tuesday-ish, well, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday-ish, you are going to go into a period where you completely retract so that you can get your mind straight. It's like this thing comes up for you with the full moon on the 18th. Then a couple days after that, you're like, okay, let me isolate myself a little bit so I can think about this and think about why this is happening. And then you're able to go forward and say, okay, now I know what to do. I know where I want to find dates. I know who I want to be dating. I know how to approach my partner. I know what I want out of this relationship, because you took that time to kind of like breathe, reset, figure out what it is that you want to do. Okay? I hope that resonates for you, Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. Okay, you're very welcome, Miss Anonyma. All right, Aquarius. Oh, as soon as I said your name. Spirit, what's going on in Aquarius's? Okay. What's going on in Aquarius's love life this week? Someone was asking last week in the comments why I don't let the cards fly out. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. If they fly out on their own, I'll let them, but also sometimes they'll just stick out, or my intuition tells me that's a card for you, and I just pull it. I just go based off my intuition. But if they do fly out, I don't generally put them in unless I know that I wasn't thinking about your sign at that time, because it's not for you if I wasn't doing that, okay? So we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. King of Pentacles. Lots of people here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. For those of you that are single, you may be going on lots of dates this week. You may be having lots of, you may be having lots of interactions with different partners. It could even be people that you've already met, but you might be having deeper interactions with the people that you've already been interested in. For some of you that are single, also with the Queen of Cups going to the Knight of Cups, I almost feel like you're like exploring. So instead of always, the Queen of Cups talks about all the queens, they use what they have already, right? So the Queen of Cups is using maybe the emotional attachments that she has already to try to get new emotional attachments. The Knight of Cups, on the other hand, is looking to go pursue other emotional attachments. So maybe for some of you that are single, instead of just looking in your immediate friend circle or whatever your social circle is, or in one place that you kind of are comfortable in, for partners, you're branching out a little more. You're trying to experience people of different cultures came to mind, but also just different hobbies or different places. Um, the King of Wands at the end here, I almost feel like towards the middle of the week is where when you're deciding or realizing that you need to do that right around the full moon, you're like, So what's being illuminated for me is that what's coming up from under the surface is that I've been only pursuing people that are in my social circle because I'm scared to go out and meet other people. I need to stop that. That's what I'm going to be ending with the full moon here. So that's the middle of the week is like the realization. The end of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is more of when you're like, okay, let me actually put this plan into place. I said I was going to go out of my comfort zone. I'm going to go across town to a different, some kind of singles event or to the mall or something to see if I meet anyone. And as a result, I think you do. I think someone comes in and they're like, hey, here I am, just right across town. I've been waiting for you to step out of your comfort zone. For those of you that are in couples, I think realizing that your relationship is getting a little stale. Like you've been just stuck in the emotional fulfillment that you already have. So if you and your partner are already happy, you're like, okay, this is what works for us. We, Monday nights we eat tacos. Tuesday we go to have wings. Wednesdays we hang out with our friends. We go to our friend's house. Thursdays we don't see each other because, my partner, you've gotten to like this routine, which generally couples always do. Thank you, Lynn Jones. You've gotten into this routine, but it's getting a little stale. So I think you guys are realizing like, oh, okay, like I think there's just a realization around the full moon of like, oh, maybe I'm starting to treat my partner like just a friend. Or, you get into that mode where you guys start acting like roommates instead of partners or something like that. So I feel like that's coming up for you guys. Towards the middle of the week, you're coming to the realization like, okay, we need to spice things up a little bit. We need to go out on a date night. We need to go on a vacation. We need to do something new, or we just need to treat each other like partners again rather than like best friends, or rather than, not to say that your partner can't be your best friend, but there's also a little bit more added on with a partnership, So that's happening for you guys. End of the week again, you guys are putting action towards that plan that you came across in the middle of the week and trying to move forward. As a result, I think you guys get what you want. Your relationship gets a little bit more spice, some rejuvenation, some balance, right? Okay, last but not least, we have Pisces. If you've been live and you are still watching, I want to say thank you guys very much. I know that, waiting until the end is always a dreary process. Hopefully you guys had some other signs in between that you could watch. But thank you guys for tuning in. And for all of you, thank you for tuning in. I do this every Thursday, noon Eastern Standard Time to 1 Eastern Standard Time. I also, on Tuesdays on Lotta's Facebook channel, I answer free tarot questions for people. So you can hop on. I go on a live video like this one. You can post your question in the comments, and then I just answer randomly whoever I can get to. We have a good time over there, so you guys should join us. Okay. Spirit, what's going on in Pisces' love? Okay, those aren't for you. So you see, sometimes when they pop out, I'll take them, and sometimes I don't. It just depends on if I feel it's right or not. Smiling in Pisces' love life this week. Pisces' love life this week. Maggie said Facebook Tuesdays are pretty awesome. I agree. Okay, we have the Devil card. We have the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and then bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. I'll show it to you guys. Okay. I think some of you that are single are trying to, Lynn Jones, you're very welcome. Thank you. Some of you that are single are hopping into gold digger territory this week. I almost think there's lots of pentacles here right under the Wheel of Fortune. you have the Four of Pentacles, and then you have the Five of Swords. I always give Pisces a few extra cards since they have to wait. So I feel like some of you guys maybe with the Devil here, you may be looking to a partner only for money, or trying to attract a partner out for the wrong reasons, or vice versa. This could be someone doing this to you. So if you're financially well off or something and someone seems only interested in that. The King of Pentacles popped up in our collective reading as well. So it's like you guys are trying to find some stability in this area. This is for singles and couples now. You guys are trying to find some stability in this area. Like you're trying to, whatever your ideal is for a relationship, whatever your goals are for a relationship, or what you desire, or what you think is the best, the way that you're trying to stabilize yourself in that area, you're going for that, which is good, but you're just going a little bit over the top here. For some of you also, this could just be rushing a relationship with the Seven of Pentacles and the Devil. It could be that you're unwilling to wait for these seeds to harvest. You're like, you just met, this is for singles, you just met someone new and you're trying to like rush things along, and you're being asked like, hold up, relax. The Four of Pentacles always talks about, it can be obtaining security depending on what other cards it's with, but it also can sometimes be that you're holding on too tightly. You can see like he's holding on to all these pentacles and he can't move, because if he moves one muscle, he's going to drop all of his pentacles. So it's like he's holding on to this person tight. Again, for those of you that are in couples, sorry, I hope this is making sense because I'm going back and forth. But for those of you that are in couples, this could also be that you're being a little overbearing with your partner, or trying to kind of grasp onto them a little too much, and you're not willing to kind of let them, both of you guys, to be just kind of in the relationship, but also free. And that could be because you're thinking like your partner may be getting ready to leave, or you're worried about your partner finding someone else, or you feel like your partner is not helping you plant these seeds, or that these seeds that you're planted aren't growing. You have something that comes up, maybe a limiting belief that comes up for you with the full moon about how people always leave you, or some kind of abandonment issues or something like that happening for you. This has a lot to do with timing with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of your deck. The Wheel of Fortune, it's a wheel. So it goes up and you get the fortune and everything's all good, but it also goes down and you have to wait for it to come back up again. So if you're having a brief period of misalignment in your relationship, there may be a need for you to just kind of relax and wait for it to come back up. Not to say like just don't do anything if there's something that needs to be fixed or addressed, but don't put so much pressure on yourself to get it fixed right away. Let things kind of flow as they will. Let, put your effort in, plant your seeds, but then wait for them to grow. And if you're single and you're meeting new people, or even if you're trying to meet someone, having faith that like this person comes around in the right timing, this relationship develops in the right timing, all of that. Okay. So I hope that resonates for you guys. Thank you guys so much again for joining me. I'll let you guys know one last time if you'd like a personal reading for me. Pawan, I did Virgo earlier, so I did the signs in order, so you just have to scroll back and find Virgo. But if you guys want a personal reading with me ever, you can get that at the link down in the description, astrolotta.com/readers/Katrina.html. I do 15-minute and 30-minute consultations for you guys. It can be on any topic that you want. I send you guys kind of a form where you can schedule with me, and then you can also let me know what your question is. So we can do any area of your life. The only thing that I don't do is like medical things. Like I'm not going to tell you if you have cancer. I'm not going to diagnose you with any of that because I'm not a doctor. But anything else is fair game I can do for you guys. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will see you next Thursday or on Tuesday at the Facebook page. Bye.